back to the Lazy Girls Kitchen. My name is Maggie, and on today's episode I'm going to share with you how I like to make my blueberry breakfast bars. These are just so fantastic for anybody on the go, just as a snack. I eat them a lot for breakfast, so I like to keep them on hand, and they're just so easy and so delicious. So without further ado, let me take you through the list of ingredients. So before we go over all these ingredients, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you're just going to want to line up like a cookie sheet or a baking sheet with some aluminum foil. This just makes your cleanup super easy. So let's go over what you're going to need. You're going to need some melted butter, some salt, back there we have some vanilla extract, some old-fashioned oats, flour, brown sugar, cinnamon, cornstarch. This is cane sugar right here. If you don't have it, just substitute it for regular sugar. Some lemon, so you're going to use some lemon juice, and then some fresh blueberries. If you don't have fresh, just use frozen. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to assemble our crust, the dough part of it. So you're going to add in your flour. I've got sweets on the mind. I'm going to add in your oatmeal, your brown sugar, cinnamon. I love cinnamon in this recipe so much because it gives it a little bit of a warmness, which I love. I absolutely love it. I'm going to add in a pinch of salt, and then you're just going to stir this together before you add in your wet stuff. Alright, so that looks good to me. So we're going to add in our melted butter along with our vanilla. And you're just going to mix this together. Oh, it smells so good. The cinnamon and the vanilla together, it's just like heaven. You just want to make sure that the butter coats everything, because you really don't have anything else here to kind of bind it together. So you want to make sure that your butter is coated on all your oats. Otherwise, you might have some raw butter in your bar, not raw butter, raw flour in your bars, and we don't want you to have that. Alright, so this looks good to me, so I'm just going to set this aside. And we're going to work on our blueberry mixture. So to my bowl, I'm going to add my blueberries. And then to this, I'm going to add my cornstarch. This is going to help your blueberries kind of get coated in the juice and the sugar. So you're just going to give them a rough toss. Get them nice and coated. You're going to add in your sugar, and I use cane sugar in this because it doesn't melt, so when you bite into it you get that crunchiness that I love. Like, I have a peanut allergy, so I can't add any nuts to this, but if you have like almonds or something, I'm sure that would go great in here. And then you're going to do about 2 tablespoons or so of lemon juice. That's good for me. Drop the seed in here though. Right, I'm going to give this a stir. I'm going to clean this mess up, and then I'll meet you here so we can assemble our bar. Okay, so I grabbed my dish. This is about as big as I'm making them. So before we go any further, I took a little bit of the mixture actually out of here and put it in a ramekin to set it aside, because I'm going to use this as the topping for my bar. So I'm going to put this into here. Ooh. And using my hands, I'm just going to press this into the pan to kind of make it one even layer. This is going to be the base for your bar. And you can use like a ramekin to do this. I just like to use my hands. I feel like your hands are your best tool, so you might as well just use it. All right, so now I'm going to add in my blueberries. I'm going to take all the juices from here, and I'm just going to sprinkle it all over, because that's the good stuff. Just kind of even it out. You just wait and see when you bake them and the juices from the blueberries kind of explode. Oh, it's just so good. So now I'm going to take my remaining crust and I kind of just crumple it over like so. There we go. Perfection. All right, I'm gonna put this into my preheated oven that's preheated at 350 degrees for 55 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so my blueberry bars were in the oven for exactly 55 minutes. I took them out, I let them cool for about 30 minutes. I actually should have let them cool for a little bit longer, but I have no self-control and I cut into them. So I just want to show you just how pretty they are. I don't know if you could see how like caramelized, like, and melted the blueberries got. Oh, it's so good. I already was snacking on it as I was cutting it. And they're gonna harden as they sit. So mine actually, when I cut into it and I went to put it on a plate, it broke in half, but that's because it was still warm. But if you let them sit for an hour, hour and a half, you should be fine. But like I said, I have no self-control. But look at it, kind of, see, it does stick together. It's beautiful. Perfect. Not overly sweet, but you still can taste the sugar. Definitely can taste the lemon juice, which I love because that twang with the blueberries, it's just like a match made in heaven. I love it. But just perfect. It really does hit the spot. If you are looking for a perfect snack or a perfect breakfast, this is it. This is your go-to breakfast. I just want to show you. They're right behind me. I just want to take a photo of them, but this is what they look like. They're perfect little bars. See? They're just so good. So make sure you head over to www.thelazygirlskitchen.com to get this fantastic recipe and so many others. Make sure you subscribe and give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!